All right, you spicy Here's the thing. You, human, for some reason think that Colorado Springs is just all sunshine and mountains. And today, it's not even sunshiny. So shut up. But here's the thing. It's not all that great. There are quite a few things about this town that suck. Big thumbs down. And you know why I know? Because you all go to the comments and you type a bitch about what's going wrong in this town. And
I've lived here for 30 years and it used to be great and now it sucks.
well, progress comes at a cost. And we're going to talk about those costs today, some of which just come from Mother Nature. We're going to talk about 5 of them. But we actually need your help because we went through our comments and really only found like 4. And so we kind of need you to help us figure out what's the one that we're missing. So you have to figure out which 4 we're going to talk about first. Number 1, which everybody complains about, except the people that come here from California, who you guys also complain about. But number 1 is the growth in congestion.
But even the people that don't mind the congestion still complain because they say, oh, it's not that bad of congestion.
Yeah, because it's not that bad
Right.
considering. In fact, I had some clients out here from California and they were like, they had just heard, because we talk about it because people complain about it. They were like, oh, we heard that like the traffic was really bad. And they got on I-25 and they were like, this is your traffic?
This is rush hour?
This is awesome.
What the hell?
Granted, they're used to being stuck in LA for like 3 hours at a time. And
Yes.
the more that they move up here, the worse it'll get, but whatever. So what I think about the congestion is that there's like construction everywhere. And the city was not designed to be Denver, which by the way, the traffic sucks there too.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the city was just not really designed with the intention of holding 500,000 to 700,000 people and growing.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I have any complaints about the traffic, it's just there's way too many dang stoplights.
There's no expressway east,
Yeah.
west, around, north, south.
Yeah.
It's like everything's lights.
Everything's lights. And in fact, we had this great opportunity. There's a news article that just came out that down on a left turn on Nevada in the downtown area, so Platte in Nevada, there's this statue of
General Palmer.
good old General Arnie Palmer.
GP.
I don't know if it was Arnold Palmer, but General Palmer. And he's got this big statue right in the middle of the intersection, which is also dumb.
Makes
by
it
the way.
very difficult to navigate the intersection.
And apparently they said that there's like a bunch of accidents, though I've never seen one. So now they've made it illegal to turn left.
Really?
Yes.
You can't turn left on Nevada off Platte anymore?
No.
That's BS.
Okay, right? And so there's like big signs, you can't do it. And everyone's like, move the statue.
There's a park right there.
Yeah.
They could just put the statue in the park.
Or shut down that intersection and build a roundabout.
Ooh, yeah.
You could also just build a small roundabout and really kind of like flow that traffic a lot faster anyway. But the problem is, I think that if you have that one roundabout, literally the next intersection in all directions is a stoplight. And so it would eventually cause just a bunch of congestion.
And I got to say something negative too about Colorado Springs.
Say it.
Nobody can navigate a freaking roundabout.
Well,
Why is that so complicated?
that's America in general.
Okay, so
In America in general, y'all fools don't.
not hard, just
After this video, don't even watch another one of our videos. Go watch how to navigate a roundabout in a vehicle.
do I need to stop? No, you don't.
Do I need to use my blinker? Yes. Yes, you do. So the traffic out here that's typically what it is. Powers gets hella busy during.
Side of town is
Yep.
a poo show. I-25, again, it's all relative, but 330 and on when you're headed north at the end of the day on I-25,
It's
it's just
pretty
a
rough.
parking lot, but it's all relative.
But it's still crawling.
It is. It's not.
Still not like LA where it's just stopped. It's
Yeah.
crawling. And okay, you just factor it in. That's what I do.
Congestion.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Number dose. Number dose is actually, to me, it's a pro because I do not like the heat,
Ooh,
which
okay.
is why I lived here, or one of the reasons I moved here.
And live here.
And also still currently live here. But we have relatively short summers and relatively long cool season
Mm-hmm.
and winter. And especially this year, 2023, it was pretty rough for a lot of people because it felt like summer did not start until like the second week of July.
July, yeah,
Right?
exactly, yeah.
Like it did not start getting like over 87, 88 into the 90s until the second week of July because we had a super rainy spring this year. And so it stayed
It was
cool.
rainy, yeah.
But it was so green and it was so beautiful. So like, oh well.
I don't really mind that too much, honestly.
Yeah, because, well, number 4 that we're going to talk about in a minute is why it's like not that big of a deal here, that it's not blistering hot where you're just sweating and pitting out all the time, except Francis, he's always pitting out. So
True story.
but some people just get upset about it. And like, it is what month are we in? September. September 14th, filming this video. And we're not going to have another day over 80 degrees. Meanwhile, like, you know, Utah, it's still over 80 degrees.
Yeah, other Rocky Mountain areas are still toasty.
Yeah. So, I mean, even Pueblo, just a little bit further south, is going to be like way more toasty. So,
Yeah.
I think it's perfect, but it does make for like longer winters, which leads to number 3. What comes with winter and cold?
Darkness. All darkness.
Hello, darkness.
In the winter, now this one does bother me. And I've been in Colorado Springs for a quick minute, but I don't like to get done with work at 3:30 and it's almost dark out.
Yeah, that is super.
I do not like that at all.
Yep.
And especially, don't get me started on the whole time change thing. I don't understand that either. But overall, wintertime, it's just dark early, doesn't get daylight till later. It just feels, it's like we're living in Alaska or anything.
Nope.
Don't get me wrong, we're not super far north, but compared to Sunbelt states, you know, southeast part of the country, yeah, it definitely is darker, longer here. But
It is legitimately like 5 o'clock, it's black,
I was gonna say, I feel like in the wintertime, the heart of winter, 5 o'clock, yeah, it's pitch dark.
which is bizarre because then you're like, and then you wake up, you know, I wake up at like 6 o'clock
Yeah,
in those days.
Still pitch
And you
dark.
wake up and you're like, what century is it? But I would also say though, to counter that, because I still like it here, to counter that is I was like, yeah, but it's really sunny most of the winter.
Yeah.
And so like,
You don't
I
get
feel
the
like,
weariness at all.
yeah, I feel like it's a lot different than Portland, than Alaska, than some of those like more northern places because
Northwest, yeah.
yeah, I don't know, is seasonal, what's it called? SAD, seasonal something depression, seasonally
It's a thing.
activated?
It's a thing.
Is it a thing here?
No, I'm not depressed about it. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe it's too tender of a topic to talk on this channel. Anyway, I just feel like it's not the same because it's still freaking sunny. It's
Yeah.
just longer nights, so whatever. All right, we beat that dead horse.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay, so number 4, ironic because it's right behind us. And this is why some people, like I don't think it's that big of a deal that it's not that hot around here, is that, listen, Colorado Springs is not known for lake activities.
I would definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Like most people, when we're like, oh, this is the lake here, they're like, what?
You
This
mean
is
that
like a
pond?
pond. Yeah, it's like way too small.
Yeah.
And so like boating, I mean, there are places to go paddle boarding for sure. There's places to go do whatever you people do on lakes. I don't know. But like this,
You're not getting a speedboat and a wakeboard in that thing.
yeah, you're like, there's a guy on a kayak. Sick. Where's he going?
But
Don't even know. It's just, and so that does bother people.
it does, especially people that move from West Coast, East Coast, Southeast, and Texas too, because Texas got lakes everywhere, right?
Yep.
So I guess pretty much any
Even
in
Utah.
Midwest, so
Look-
really anywhere.
Look at Utah. Yeah, they've got Utah Lake, and if you're wild, you can go swim in the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what you do up there, but Utah Lake is huge.
Yeah. Just float in the Salt Lake, I think.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like it's toxic.
Yeah.
But maybe don't do that.
Don't do that.
But
There's-
it makes a lot of people like not their thing. But also houses here. I mean, if you were to guess how many houses in Colorado Springs have a pool,
Less than a couple hundred, probably.
yeah, I was gonna guess like 4.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
I was gonna say there's not many at all. So people, I feel like it bothers them when they first get here, but they very quickly get over it, and they're like, "Oh, there's all this other stuff to do, so I don't really miss taking the boat out." You do still have those people though that they just won't give it up, so they go buy the speedboat or they bring their boat here and they go down to Pueblo Reservoir.
Down to Pueblo, yeah. Pueblo's like 45 minutes, an
Yeah.
hour south. So depending on where you're pulling from. So anywho, those are the 4 absolute worst things about living here.
Miserable.
You complain in carries. But I do want to know, in all honesty, number 5, what do you think is actually the worst thing about living here? I'm going to address this now. So we're going to give you a bonus one. This is not number 5. We had a comment that I cannot make this up. No kidding. This person said,
Well, yeah, but Colorado Springs is the evangelical capital of the United States. And so if you like a bunch of,
And I just read this comment. And first of all, I just laughed because there's literally a part of the United States called the Bible Belt.
And it's not in Colorado.
Not even close. But also, listen, I lived here for a few years, and I think people get that feeling because there's a big organization here called Focus on the Family. They were pretty outspoken about anti-abortion, okay? And so like, they just feel like it is like you're gonna walk down the street and you're just gonna get Bible slapped left and right. And I'm like, I don't notice. I lived in Utah. There is a church on every street. There's more churches than there are Starbucks in the most Starbucks populated place in the world. There's churches everywhere. And then there's temples. Here, I'm like, I feel like it's just a normal population density of churches.
Yeah, I feel like it's a normal. If you're very evangelical, you'll feel happy here. If
Yeah,
you're
get
not
after
at
it.
all, then you won't be bothered.
You're fine.
Yeah.
That's
That's interesting to me too, though. Yeah, I think El Paso County historically has kind of been known as a little bit more conservative area along the Colorado Front Range.
Yeah.
I think it's very purple, honestly. But yeah, so that's
Very
interesting though.
purpley.
Purpley.
And by the way, Guy, there is a mosque here, so shut up. Anyway, I still want to know what you actually think the worst part about Colorado Springs is, besides the fact that it's Colorado Springs, because that's a dumb answer as well. So if you've got one,
Give us an itch.
we'd love to hear it. And if this does not sound like it's that bad, because it's not, and you want to move here,
Give us.
I know I seem unpleasant.
If you still would, please give us a call.
We'd love to help you. We have a relocation guide. It's absolutely free. It's got the best like restaurants, tips and tricks, locals, hikes,
Activity.
all that type of stuff. So if you have any interest in that, that's on our website. And if you would like to chat with us about your move out here, holla at your boys. The phone number and contact information is down below. Peace, love, and chicken grease.